Swamiye Sharanavayyappa. While I am addressing you all through this Facebook Live, preparations are going on in the Sabarimala Sannidhi to close the doors of the Sanctum Sanctorum and the traditional singing of Harivarasanam, considered to be the lullaby to Sabarimala Ayyappa. These 2 days, in connection with the special puja related to the Chitira Atta special puja, lot of tension, lot of unrestness has been unnecessarily created by the government, and a huge cordon of police was deputed there in the Sannidhanam, Pampa, Nelakkal and surrounding areas. The action which has been taken by the government was unheard for. In the history of the Sabarimala, such an incident never took place. In the name of the Supreme Court order, government is overacting. It was not necessary for the government to take this type of action. Actually, Supreme Court direction was about seeing whether this type of violation of custom is happening there or not. And also, Supreme Court has directed the government that there shall not be any discrimination. As such, the customary practices of Sabarimala is not a violation, not a discrimination, women discrimination or anything, gender discrimination or anything. It's only some sort of control. According to the rules and regulation of the Sabarimala Puja Vidhi, you know, our rich tradition, the beauty and strength of our tradition is the diversity of our customs. Each and every temple has got different type of puja vidhis, and that diversity is the actual strength and beauty of Hindu Dharma. Hindu Dharma has got 33 crores of devatas. It means each and every devata has got its own puja sampradaya, puja vidhi, traditions and rules, rituals and all sort of customary practices. And also, each devata, when that devata's murti was installed in the temple, it will be taken into consideration in which emotion, which bhava that murti was installed. For example, if that murti is sitting with a smile, then the dhyana mantra will be a different one from a murti sitting with a raudra bhava. If all these permutations and combinations are being calculated together, there are crores and crores of puja vidhis in our great nation. It is necessary to preserve, protect all these diversities. In that aspect and in that context, when we are thinking about Sabarimala temple, in that temple, Ayyappa, the main deity, is sitting as, or he is doing a tapasya, in a tapas. When he left his palace, his house in Pandalam, saying goodbye to his family members, including his father, mother and all, he requested all that I am going for the tapasya in the deep jungle and I want to sit there for the rest of my life and have my samadhi there. He requested all that you shall not follow me. It is not necessary for you all to come with me. Still, the people at that time requested him to allow them some darshana and all. And then he made some vyavasthas, he made some systems, and he suggested them to come there during the Mandala Kala, which is from Vrishchika Masa to Makara Masa. With the proper vrata, as Ayyappa was doing that penas, the deep, the great tapasya there, just in the same pattern, each and every person who are coming there should undergo this great tapasya. Then only he became an Ayyappa. You know, those people who are going for darshana in Ayyappa, in Sabarimala temple, they themselves are called as Ayyappa only. In our great tradition in puja, you know, when a person is doing puja for Shiva, to see Shiva or seeking moksha through Shiva, it is being said that Shivo Bhutva Shivam Yajet. You have to become Shiva and do the puja. In the same way, Ayyappa is considered to be the son of Shiva, great Parameshiva. There also, if you want to go to Ayyappa temple, you have to become Ayyappa through Vrata. In that manner, crores and crores started going to Sabarimala. And there, he himself, the great Ayyappa, Lord Ayyappa, has made some systems. It's also quite natural that when we are going to a temple, it is called as darshana. It is not for sadhana when devotee is going to the temple. When devotee is going to the temple for darshan. Darshana means I am going to see someone. That when one person is going to see someone or going to have darshana of someone, he should go according to the terms and conditions of the person whom we want to meet. In the same way, when we are going to see Ayyappa or when we are seeking for the Ayyappa darshana, we should go according to the rules and regulations and terms and conditions which has been stated by the particular person. In that way, Ayyappa has stated some conditions. In that condition, 41 days vrata, and also he requested them all, please, women in the age group of 10, over 10 and below 50 shall not please come to my temple where I am sitting in this yoga bandha patta valitraya yoga pada position I have took. Please, no any women in the reproductive age group shall come to see me. That is his vyavastha. This type of diversity is prevailing all over India in each and every temple. As a real devotee, each devotee has the duty, the responsibility to preserve, to save, to protect these customs. That is happening in Sabarimala, and the Sabarimala related devotees are expressing this type of concern and their duty consciousness for the last several days. When Sabarimala temple was opened for the Tula Masa Puja, Tula Masa, the first day up to 5th of Tula Masa, at that time also we have zeal, not only in Kerala, in each and every part where an Ayyappa devotee or Hindu is living in the whole world, this type of protest happened. And they all expressed their concern about the great Ayyappa, Lord Ayyappa's temple and the customary practices, traditions, values and rituals to be preserved. To express their concern and protest, they came out of their house and come to the streets, and Namajapa Ghosha Yatras were conducted. Lakhs and lakhs of people participated in it. At this time, for the special puja time also, the same thing happened. But the unfortunate thing and sad part of all these things are the government, which is led by an atheist party, communist party. They tried to violate the customary practices there. They insisted women folk in the particular age group to come to the Sabarimala and violate the custom, pollute the sacred condition, atmosphere, the spiritual condition prevailing there in the Sabarimala. They insisted many. Some of them came during the Tula Masa Puja, but they were not allowed to enter the sacred Sabarimala shrine and the surroundings. The bhaktas, the devotees, the unwavering determination of the bhaktas denied these type of women to enter Sabarimala. Those who came there, as you all know, they were not devotees. They were mere anti-culture, anti-custom activists only. Some of them have taken some vow in this way that they will go to Sabarimala in order to violate, in order to pollute Sabarimala's spiritual atmosphere. They have already announced that they will take the blood-stained napkin to Sabarimala. Such anti-culture activists were blocked. They were denied permission because I have already mentioned the unwavering determination of the devotees. This time also, some women from these type of families, insisted by the communist people, tried to enter Sabarimala again. But the devotees, with their utmost devotion, they stopped them from entering Sabarimala. So again, a peaceful, in a way, peaceful Darshana Kala is over. Today, the Sabarimala temple is about to close for 15-16 days. And again, all the devotees are to be very much careful, and they have to organize themselves to preserve the great Sabarimala traditions, and they have to protect the great Hindu dharma also. Some unfortunate things have happened again in the last 2 days. You all know, for the last 2 days, Sabarimala was, in the real sense of the word, has been converted into a jail. The government and the police have tried to take Ayyappa into custody. Near about 4,000 policemen were deployed there, right from Nelakkal to Sabarimala. Those who are coming for the Darshana were blocked in Sabarimala and Erimeli. They were not allowed to go to Pamba. They were not allowed to go to Sabarimala in the time. Police were there. They have been blocked. It was just like a war-like situation created by them. Specifically, it is quite obvious from the stand taken by Pinarayi Vijayan, the chief minister, that making a fear complex in the minds of the Ayyappa devotees, that the Ayyappa devotees, all these bhaktas who came to Nelakkal and Erimeli, may be scared and they may go back. If at all some are going to Sabarimala, they can be easily ousted out of the Sabarimala premises. That was their plan. And at last, they have denied the transportation conveniences. KSRTC buses, they were Kerala State Road Transport Corporation buses. Actually, they have to ferry the devotees from Nelakkal to Pamba. But the buses were not ready to take all these devotees to the Pamba. Then I have already mentioned the deep utmost devotion, the strong attention and the devotion of the devotees. They took a decision. They are ready to walk all the distance. You know, from Nelakkal to Pamba, it is almost 20 kilometers. They were ready to walk. Some of them have took Kananapada, the forest way, walking 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers without food, without water. Many of them fell unconscious even. But taking all those persons in hands, other devotees walked all the distance and reached to Pampa. There again the problem took place yesterday night, evening, that they were not allowed to walk through the Sabarimala way. But again, Ayyappa devotees, the bhaktas, registered their protest, and at last the police has to succumb before the firm conviction and the steely willpower of the Ayyappa devotees. They were allowed to go to Sabarimala. And after that also, these police, at the behest of the chief minister and the Marxist party led Devasambod, they tried to flee. They tried to oust these Ayyappa devotees from the Sabarimala premises. It is actually the darshana is complete only when a devotee, they who have got the opportunity to have darshana and participate in the Deeparatana and participating in the Padi Puja. In Sabarimala there is a special custom ritual, that is the steps to Sabarimala shrine, the holy 18 steps of Sabarimala shrine, which represents Panchendriyas, Ashta Ragas and 3 gunas and Vidya and Avidya. All these 18 steps are representing these qualities. I think only one temple in the whole world, only one pilgrim center where the steps are being worshipped. Traditionally, in the real sense of the word, the religious practices, according to the religious practices, the steps are being worshipped. That worship is known as, that puja is known as Padi Puja. One devotee wants to see that also. And afterwards they want to hear the Harivarasana. And also the next day they have to participate in the Nirmalya Puja, Bhasma, Abhisheka. And they have to give the ghee they have taken from the house inside the coconut. They have to have Abhisheka of this ghee taken from the houses, in order to deny the right of the common devotees. The police person were threatening the devotees and they are asking them to go out of Sabarimala, and they are pushing them to Pamba from Sabarimala. But the devotees were not ready to leave Sabarimala unless and until they have got the opportunity to participate in the morning Nirmalya Puja, Bhasma Abhisheka and Neyya Abhisheka, that means ghee puja and all. And those Karma Samiti, Sabarimala Karma Samiti leaders who were present there, Ayyappa Samaja leaders who were present there, Vishnu Hindu Parishad leaders, and also of course the Guru Swamis who were presented there, they expressed their anguish and protest before the police personnel, police officers there in charge, and also the Devasam board members and all. At last the police were ready and they were allowed to stay in Sabarimala. Again these police persons, at the behest of the government, they made another tactics, a dirty tactics in a way, and also a cruel tactics. They have violated the human rights of the poor devotees. They have closed the water taps. Water was not ready. It is not available. And the whole latrines and bathrooms were closed. And usually those who are staying there to have darshana next day were supplied, were given food. And that food facilities were also closed and they were not ready to give. So denying food, denying water and denying the day-to-day necessities of a human, real, clear, blatant violation of human rights happened there. Not only that, yesterday there was a historic judgment by High Court on Sabarimala related one writ published, registered by one of the devotees. Yesterday the High Court, Honorable High Court Division Bench just asked the government to keep away from the customary practices of Sabarimala. And court has asked them that the devotees shall not be denied their basic necessities. Devotees shall not be denied to participate in the pujas which are their right. And again the court has strictly asked them the government to take firm, strict action against the atrocities by the police against the devotees in the last puja days in Nalakel and Pamba. Why you are not taking action? Court has asked. In a way, those regulations, those directions by the court and the judgment has been violated also in the both ways. When the human right violation and the court judgment and court direction was also violated there. And many of the devotees, small children, they were all complaining and crying for the last 10 or 15 hours. They were not getting water. They were not allowed to go to bathroom, latrines. This type of human right violation is to be questioned. I am requesting all people, not only Hindu religious followers, all the devotees, all right-meaning people of the whole universe, whole world. I am requesting them all to come forward to register their protest against this blatant violation of human rights. Those who are crying on the top of the houses about the human right violation, about the right for the freedom of expression, and all are keeping mum now in Sabarimala with the money which has been put in the hundiga by the devotees. That with using that money, policemen were deployed to thrash poor devotees. This type of human right violation has to be protested. Of course, many of the devotees and their relatives have filed cases against government and all persons concerned for this violation. National Human Rights Commission was also been approached. State Human Rights Commission was also been approached. In the court also cases were published, were registered. Anyway, yet another puja time is over. But now the great season is approaching us, the Mandala Kala. During Mandala Kala, what is going to happen? We have to see, we have to organize ourselves to register protest against this government's all sort of violations and all sort of unnecessary hurriness, unnecessary action which they have taken. I feel what all maintenance works are to be done in Sabarimala has not been done by the government. The money which is to be used for the maintenance work from Nelakkal to Sabarimala has been misused for some other purposes. That also is a great violation of the rights of the devotees and also the Sabarimala temple. In order to hide all these mishappenings, all these type of activities of the government, they are trying to make some unnecessary issues and trying to hide it all. As a matter of fact, we all right-meaning people should come forward and organize ourselves and raise our voice high. Also, when the case is coming in the Supreme Court in the next week, on 13th, each one of the devotees should come together and they have to do prayers, and also organizational activities are to be strengthened and be ready for the next Mandala Kala. Sabarimala is to be protected. Sabarimala's customary practices are to be protected. It is to be protected to preserve the great Hindu Dharma, Ayyappa Dharma. It is time for Harivarasana. The doors of the Sabarimala Sanctum Sanctorum is being closed. It is locked and the time has arrived. It has approached that the great Harivarasana, the sacred Harivarasana is going to start. Namaskar. Swamiye Sharanamayappa.